Hey everybody, what is up? I just wanted to give you a quick update video on stuff we're doing around the MRJKPOP vlog. We have just closed the voting on our React to Older K-pop songs brand new segment, and we're going to start working on those, start filming those really soon, so you'll see them starting to come up. What we decided is that we're going to react to the top 5 songs in the voting, but we actually had a tie this time, so we're going to react to the top 6 songs on the list, and then after we're done with all of those in the order that they were voted in, we're going to put the remaining 4 songs back into the pool, add 6 brand new songs, and then we're going to have another vote and do the same thing. And hopefully if we keep doing this over time, we'll be able to cover a lot of the classic K-pop that we missed or we just didn't have time to react to before. And also we'll be able to react to a lot of other songs that maybe aren't as well known that you guys suggest. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, so be on the lookout for those. They are coming soon. I'm also working on my next question and answer video. You guys gave me a ton of awesome questions. I'm trying to respond to all of them, but I got so many questions this time, I don't think I'm going to be able to respond to all of them, and I'm already going to split the video up into 2 segments at least, maybe 3, because I got so many great comments that I want to talk about some of them in more detail. So I didn't forget about those. I'm currently working on them, I'm currently filming them, and they will also be out very, very soon. Lastly, I want to talk about the Luhan situation a little bit because I'm already seeing a really strong knee-jerk reaction just like we saw with the Jessica situation, and I just can't really understand where these people are coming from and especially how they are coming to all of these conclusions when we have little to no information at all about the situation yet. As I'm sure all of you know already, it's looking like Luhan is using the exact same law firm that Chris used to file a lawsuit against SM Entertainment to force them to dissolve his contract. Now, unlike the Jessica situation, as of yet we don't have a candid personal statement coming directly from Luhan that we can gather any information from just yet. Also this time, SM Entertainment's response was extremely strong, and I really don't think that they would make the accusations in their statement that they did if they didn't have proof to back it up. A company like that simply can't afford to throw around those kind of accusations carelessly if they don't already know that they have a legally solid foundation to back them up from. Manufacturing accusations that serious could have grave legal and financial repercussions and consequences, so I highly doubt that SM would carelessly make that statement without already having a lot of proof in their favor. But again, just looking at it from the surface with all of the very, very limited facts that we have so far, there is no statement from Luhan at the time this video was filmed, and because there's no statement from Luhan, there's really nothing to confirm or deny what SM said. One of the fundamental points of our society and the way it works with the legal system is the concept of innocence before being proven guilty. This applies to corporations just as it applies to people. So let's take a step back and wait for more information to come out, and then we can make our conclusions based on the facts. One thing that I will address a little bit right now, though, is the logic that people are using to go after SM with. The thing that I've heard year after year about SM Entertainment is that they are this evil corporation. They are evil, like sharks with frickin' laser beams type evil, right? Usually when stated, those claims are not backed up by any actual facts, but nonetheless, that seems to be the sort of perception among fans on the internet. So for the sake of argument, let's assume that all of those people are correct, and let's assume that SM Entertainment is an evil corporation, bent on the destruction of their artists, and they are run by evil people, and they have evil people training the artists, managing the artists, producing the artists. For the sake of argument, let's just assume that all of them are evil, except the artists in SM Entertainment. Now, the other point that I hear over and over and over is that SM only cares about money. They're so greedy. Money is the only thing that's important to them. They would rather that their artists die than lose a couple pennies. I mean, I hear this over and over and over. But let's assume that that's also correct, that SM Entertainment, as a business, only cares about money and nothing else. Let's just assume that's correct. So far we have SM Entertainment is evil and it's run by all evil people except the artists, and SM Entertainment, which is a company, only cares about money, nothing else. They don't care about music, they don't care about the well-being of anyone, they just care about money. Let's assume those 2 things. So let's work the logic backwards for a second and see how that applies to the current situation. So, SM is evil and SM only cares about money. Okay, what makes SM Entertainment money? They're artists and all of their artists' activities. What makes SM Entertainment lose a ton of money, as we've seen in the stock market? When their artists are sick, can't perform, or leave the company. So if we're going by the logic of SM Entertainment only cares about money blindly and doesn't care about anything else, it would be in their best interest to make the most money by keeping their artists healthy, around, and making great music. So I don't really get the logic behind the argument of SM Entertainment only cares about money and they treat their artists so badly and now they're kicking their artists out, but their artists are the people making them all of their money. Is that really in SM Entertainment's best interests? No. Even if we continue with the assumption of SM is evil and made up of completely evil executives and management, etc., etc., if they're evil, the only thing that they would care about is their own self-interest, aka making me lots of money, then it is not in their financial interest whatsoever to mistreat employees, make employees uncomfortable, or kick them out. Furthermore, I've heard a lot of accusations about SM Entertainment being racist against the Chinese members, but again, if we're going off the assumption that SM is evil and only cares about money, let's think about the Chinese market versus the South Korean market. South Korea only has about 50 million people in it. If all of those 50 million people buy an album, they're going to make a certain amount of money. Now think about China. China has over 1.3 billion people in that country. So if we're really just following the money, it's in SM Entertainment's best interest to try to do everything they can to get into and satisfy the Chinese market. Think of how much potential revenue would be lost if SM Entertainment purposefully treated the Chinese members of their groups badly, who are already the center of attention and under the most scrutiny in the Chinese media. So again, if we're assuming that SM only cares about their self-interests, which is financial gain for the company and those evil CEOs and evil management staff, it is absolutely in SM's best interest to not only treat their Chinese members equally and well, but keep them happy. Because if you do actually treat them badly, of course it's going to come out in the media, and in their own self-interest, if that's what we're assuming, look what SM stands to lose. 1.3 billion potential customers that want to buy their things. So anyway, I'm not quite following the logic here. I hope everybody will take some time, let the facts come out, then make your conclusions, and I'll see you guys next time.